It's amazing to think that one of Pixar's most iconic pieces of cinema, a movie making over 462 million USD in the box office, has such close relevance to the narrative structure, The Hero's Journey. The Hero's Journey is an established story structure constructed by Joseph Campbell that is well commonly used in most forms of storytelling. The Hero's Journey is the tale of a protagonist that sets out on a perilous journey, originating from the ordinary world, soon voyaging into uncharted and threatening territory that will from time and time again push the protagonist to overcome any external and internal complication. These complications will give the protagonist the wisdom and knowledge gained from the experience to have a better sense of understanding about themselves. Today I'm going to compare how Odysseus and Lightning McQueen conquer the complication of the approach to the inmost cave in their own quest. The approach to the inmost cave is the point in the hero's journey where the hero is preparing for their most prominent adversary. It is a period where the protagonist is filled with an abundance of negative emotions, mostly being feelings of fear and regret. But in the same moment, the protagonist is also trying to sum up the inner strength and courage within themselves to successfully triumph over their most significant challenge. The approach to the inmost cave is the sixth stage of the hero's journey. The first piece of storytelling I'll be discussing about is the Odyssey. The Odyssey is a well-detailed graphic novel adaptation written by Gareth Hines that narrates the 10-year journey that the king of Ithaca, Odysseus, must undergo after surviving the Trojan War to safely return home before his wife reweds to another man and usurps his throne. Throughout the duration of Odysseus' journey, he encounters a variety of mythological creatures such as the treacherous might of the ogres or the supernatural seductions of sirens and sorceresses. With the aid of the gods, Odysseus finds his way back home, where he is contently reunited with his family. With the Odyssey, I'll be comparing the graphic novel to the movie Cars. Cars is a Pixar animated film that tells the story of an arrogant rookie racer called Lightning McQueen, who finds himself, due to his arrogance, in an isolated town called Radiator Springs. There he meets a variety of colourful characters who he would find out later in the movie would influence him for the better, turning him from a race car of arrogance and unfriendliness to a car of compassion and empathy. Graphic novel The Odyssey. During the approach to the inmost cave, Odysseus and his crew are preparing themselves for the mythological creatures they are about to encounter and fight. These mythological creatures consist of the Sirens and the Scylla. During the voyage past the Sirens, the use of the close-up shot of Odysseus' face when being tied to the mast of the boat emphasizes the fear and anticipation he is feeling during that moment, due to Odysseus knowing what will happen if he is to succumb to the musical seduction of the Sirens. During the slow traversal of the Scylla's territory, the use of the bird's-eye view of the crew's boat highlights the insignificance of the crew from the Scylla's perspective, showing how the crew is nothing more than just a simple snack for the Scylla, which can further emphasize the danger the crew are in. During the preparation for the Scylla, Odysseus remarks to himself, "But I armed myself in hopes of defending my men from the enemy above." This quote shows how Odysseus has summoned all the inner strength and courage he has to overcome this challenge, but saying to himself how he would with great spirit place his own safety behind the safety of his own men. In the film Cars, Lightning McQueen, after being found by the entire world in Radiator Springs, is forced to drive off to California without saying goodbye to any of his newly found friends. Just like Odysseus, Lightning overcomes the guilt and fear by focusing on his end goal, which for Lightning is winning the Piston Cup, and for Odysseus getting home to his family. During the preparation for Lightning's race, the similar use of the close-up shot of Lightning's face portrays effectively how Lightning is feeling a profound sense of fear for the outcomes of the race. During when Lightning is entering the track, a bird's-eye view of the whole track is presented. The parallel use of the bird's-eye view emphasizes how significant the race is for Lightning by depicting the size of the track. In contrast, the quote, "one winner, two losers," conveys the Lightning's dramatic desire for this win. In conclusion, the similarities between how the protagonist overcomes the challenges of the approach to the inmost cave stage in the Odyssey and Cars are, when preparing for the hero's biggest challenge yet, they use the determination of their goal to persevere through the detrimental amount of fear that they are experiencing. The differences for Lightning when he is dealing with the fear, he recalls back to pleasant memories of the past that gives him the strength to keep going, and for Odysseus, he uses the information and wit bestowed onto him by others to push through his own adversaries. Both this ancient and modern story make us wonder what hero journey we as an audience will experience that will make us form into a better person.